Good morning, everyone. This is Melody Reels at the Iowa Quilt Museum here in Winterset, Iowa, on another Thursday morning live. If you didn't know, I do this every Thursday morning. I review a quilt or a few quilts of whatever in the gallery here and what we have going on. Good morning. So I don't know, I feel a little discombobulated. I'm a little late. So, okay, hey, guess what? Before we get to these last three Quilts of Valor, and we're just, depending on how much time, I try not to go over 15, 20 minutes, we'll feature some of the Cherrywood Poppy quilts. If you didn't know, our quilt exhibit currently is in Flanders field where the poppies grow. We have all 225 Cherrywood Fabrics Poppy Quilt Challenge from 2024. This is the last time you can see them here in the United States. Last time that they'll all be together. They're gonna leave here, go back to Minnesota, up to Carla, and then she's taking them over to England, and they will be on display there in Birmingham. And then I think they go back to their owners finally after 2 years of touring. She's had two other challenges, and she just released a third one for 2027 just a couple weeks ago. So if you haven't seen these quilts yet, or you have a quilt in this exhibit and you want to see it with everybody else's one last time, this is the place to do it. You have 11 days. I think that's not counting today, so maybe 12, before this leaves us. It comes down on July 5th after we close, and it gets boxed up, and Carla's going to take it back up to Minnesota. Quilts of Valor quilts, though, you have less time to see them. They're going to come down a week from today. So once I close on Thursday, July 2nd, these Quilts of Valor quilts are going to come down, be replaced with the little sign with the veteran that's receiving these quilts. We are going to award these quilts across the street at the courthouse, on the south side of the courthouse, 4th of July at 10 a.m. So you could come and see that. We'd love to have you, as many people as possible, come and witness that. That'll be open to the public, weather permitting. If it's too cold, or not too cold, if it's raining, we'll come in here to the museum. So that's kind of what's going on with this. What happens when this leaves? What's our next exhibit? We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Did you know that? All month, all year, not all month. Yeah, all month and all year we've been celebrating 10 years here at the Iowa Quilt Museum. So our next exhibit is a 10-year anniversary retrospect. Mary Ann Fawns and Randall Parkin reached out to previous exhibitors, whether they were quilt artists or quilt collectors, asked them if they'd be willing to submit a quilt for our next exhibit. And we got 35 responses, 34 quilt artists, 2 collectors and 32 quilt artists. So you will have antique quilts, traditional quilts, modern quilts, contemporary quilts, art quilts. We've got it all. It's fun. It's fun. It's going to be fun. So, and some of those people have been submitting items for a fundraiser for the Quilt Museum. So there's been books, autographed books donated, fabric, quilt kits, thread, have all been donated from each artist and collector. So that's been fun too. So I'll announce more about that next week. 10-year anniversary giveaway. This month is another free grab bag. You included in this bag is a Madison County journal. It's got some artwork and photographs and just a little bit of history. Some of this is, it's really sweet. This will be in there. You will get a quilt pattern of some kind in there. You'll get an Iowa Quilt Museum souvenir, whether it's a magnet, pen, pencil, something fun. And, a charm pack or a fat quarter of some kind. Fabric item as well will be in there. You could sign up for this if you go to our website, iowaquiltmuseum.org, and go to the shop tab, and that'll take you over, and you can sign up for one of those. You can come in and get one for free, or you can, if you just pay $5, I'll ship that to you. Let me go over my notes. We talked about 11 days left of this exhibit. We talked about the next exhibit. We talked about the giveaway. We have a capital campaign going on. Did you know that? We've been doing a capital campaign since last year, So we're going to wrap it at 6 more months. We're trying to reach $100,000. That's our goal. We are over halfway there. Thank you to everyone that's donated. We really appreciate it. We were able to pay off from our mortgage. We just have 2 small loans that equal, the other half, to pay off from COVID. And so we just want to thank everybody that's been that has donated and helped us out reach that goal, reached our halfway mark of our goal. If you would like to help us reach our goal, you can also go onto our website, iowaquiltmuseum.org, and I think I have it on the homepage, but you can also go to the shop page and that'll take you to a donation page. Lastly, this weekend is we have a class upstairs. We're having see the windows right there in that skylight there? This portion is a big open space that we added outlets and lighting and as to host classes up there. We're going to have our first class this weekend. Her name is Jolene Green. She'll be teaching a kaleidoscope class. I would love it if you wanted. You could still sign up. There is room. You could still sign up. Again, iowaquiltmuseum.org. Go over to the shop or events at the museum, one of those buttons, and it'll take you to her class, and you can learn more about that kaleidoscope class. And if you got no plans this weekend, come hang out with me for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all upstairs. You do have to go up and downstairs. I will offer help for you to get your equipment up on Friday, and also help for getting down on Sunday. So you don't have to carry all your equipment by yourself. We'll get you some help. But we'd love to have that. And so we're excited to host our first class up there. I think that's everything. Let's get started so we can get to some cherrywood quilts today as well. But let's wrap up Quilts of Valor. Let's do the last 3 quilts. We're going to look at here. This is called Shine On. This quilt was designed by Victoria Finley Wolf. This quilt was pieced and quilted by Rena Thompson. Let's see. This is a 72 by 34 inch quilt. It is cotton fabric, batting, machine pieced, and long arm machine quilted. Victoria used easy shapes to play with movement within each individual block and also within the background of her design. Half square triangles have so many options that can change the movement of the quilt. Mastering the technique of making more than 1/2 square triangle at a time speeds this quilt along and makes for a dramatic finished piece. Hit your scrap bins and play. That was written by Sue Reich. And if you didn't know, I feel like I should tell you, these quilts are in this book right here. You can get this book on qovf.org, I believe, and hit their shop, and you can see this, and you can see there's contributing authors: Ann Parsons Holt, Tony Jacobson, Mary Kerr, and Sue Reich. But it has wonderful other patterns in here, quilt designs in here for you. We just saw that one last week. But there's some really beautiful quilts in here. And proceeds to this goes to the Quilts of Valor Foundation. But this is the one Victoria Finley Wolf designed. And I believe Rena quilted it. And if you look closely, if you could see at the top, it says "Freedom isn't free" at the very top, underneath that, above that wave. And then down here, above this wave, it says "Thank you." Oh, with the star at the end. There's beautiful, I love this visual from a distance. That's really beautiful. This was my brother's favorite quilt when he was visiting. But if we come in here and you can see her quilting, you see the eagle and the flowers in there. It's beautiful. I love the color choices in this too. They really match the book. Interesting, this, we have this beautiful quilt. Oh, I just love the lighter blue up in here, and the way she had pieced this with the darker navy blue. Yeah, like 3 different blues in there. Is the label down here? It's the label over here. Yep. It's got the official Quilts of Valor label on it. I find it, like, this is very beautiful quilting. I think this is interesting too. I don't know if you could see the quilting in this. They have boxes in here that they quilted. So, you know, same quilt. It's just amazing that you can make it look, you know, with quilting can change a look of a quilt. Pattern quilt, fabric choices, everything. Anyway, there you go. Again, this is Shine On. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna rotate this way. I believe this is my next one in the book. This is designed by Tony Jacobson, our local guy. This is Framed Stars, and it is 60 by 72, designed by Tony, pieced by Linda Hewitt, cotton, fabric, batting, machine piecing, long arm, machine quilted. Chose 3 blues and 3 red print fabrics. Choose 3 blues and 3 red print fabrics. Combine them with a dark taupe print, and you are ready to get to work with this patriotic quilt. You can never go wrong making a quilt with stars for someone who has volunteered to serve our nation in the military, says Tony. So again, here it is in the book. And let's take a closer look. I believe, let me look on the label before I say anything. Nope. Yeah, Tony quilted this on his long arm, but again, pieced by Linda Hewitt, who is a local gal. But I don't know if you could see this from here. Do you see the stars? They're kind of shooting stars, and then they kind of meet here in the middle. Isn't that beautiful? We could see. I like the fabric choices in this too. Do you see the, I don't know, can you see the little anchors in here in the white? Very nice. And again, the label is down here. Nope. Oh, gosh, I keep missing it. It's on the other side. I just saw it too. I'm such a goof. Okay. All right. We are going to flip around. This one is a Patriot star. This is 60 by 72 by Tony Jacobson. Diane Walters pieced it. I think Tony quilted it. Cotton fabric, batting, machine piece, long arm machine quilted. With what a striking quilt using one oversized traditional block made up of half square triangles. This pattern is frequently referred to as the carpenter's star, a block designed long in public domain. The negative areas and the neutral color areas leave room for patriotic quilting motifs. And I will show it to you in the book here. Here it is in the book. And let's take a closer look. Ooh, there's some really beautiful quilts in this book. Okay, let's take a closer look at some of the fun things he did in here. Do you see the circle with the flag and the stars surrounding it? I love how he kind of accentuates these points in here of the diamonds. Then you have this like really pretty filigree in here. And then I don't know if you could see, can you see the stars in here? And it kind of, oh, isn't that pretty? Again, these will be taken down July 2nd. Oh, I see words. Are there words other places? Oh, yeah, right down here. This says thank you down here. Says thank you over here. At the top up there in the blue and white top boxes right here, it says thank you. And then down here, it says freedom. It says thank you for our freedom. And I think it says it, oh, did they say that? It says it in all 4 corners. I'm a goof. It says it down here. Maybe you could see it right here. It says thank you. And then it says for freedom. Oh, for our freedom. I had to look away. Got like a firework looking kind of fabric in here with the star, shooting star. It's really pretty. Look at that. Okay, I did kind of rush it. I hope you love them. I hope you look out for the book. Because let me tell you, I mean, there are some really great things in here. And I think Tony brought up a good point with his quilt that's the 21 Star Salute over here. This one he featured, and he did it on his Facebook page as well. Just stating, you know, switch out those colors and for something that matches your bedroom or the person that you're going to make it for's favorite colors, and you have a totally different quilt. And I think that could be said for all of these. And so if you bought the pattern book to help support Quilts of Valor, because the money goes towards them and the National Foundation, and then you can use these patterns for other things, not just for Quilts of Valor. Although, you know, that's always appreciated. Okay, let's do a quick, we'll come around the corner here. And let's take a look at these 8 quilts right here on this wall. I don't think we featured these. I don't know. I've been all over the place with these, so I can't even remember what I've seen and I don't think we've done these. So at the top, this is Cindy Wilson, The Shattering of War from Elsian, Minnesota. I don't know if that's an I or an L. I'm too far away. She actually came in, this top quilt, this quilter actually came in from Minnesota. She was on a road trip, so she stopped in to see her quilt. And she told us the story. And she said that her and her daughter were actually traveling Europe and were waiting to hear what the next quilt challenge was going to be from Cherrywood. And they were already visiting war cemeteries, World War I and II cemeteries, and taking photographs when Carla announced that the challenge was going to be poppy quilts. And so she was like, how timely and how fitting. So you can't probably see it from this far away, but there are photographs that she put on the gray fabric here from her trip with her daughter, and it's all shattered back here. Just because the shatterings of war. And I find it interesting the way she quilted the poppy here. It's almost like it's an explosion. You know, these really tight stitching coming out from the center of the poppy and the shatter and the destruction behind it. It's really, I just happen to have that extra story. So there you go, bonus. This one is Poppy Fields by Susan Shaw out of Chantilly, Virginia. I just used that one in a promotional video the other day. I wish, I don't want to, I'll take you off. Okay, I'm going to take you off so you can see it a little closer. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at just the interpretation. I love the waves of the grass or the fields. And then you see this tumbling, almost looks like barbed wire back here in this green. You have the poppies and then more defined poppies here, with the haunting figures of the veterans walking through, the soldiers walking through. This one is a lot of people's favorites. This is Burnt Log and New Growth by Lori Wisherope out of Sacramento, California. Hey, that's my old stomping ground. I used to live there. This is, I think it's interesting that this is so true. There was something about the poppies in these fields that were just ruined by war, and these poppies just popping out of them, and just this beauty coming out of this really this destruction. And a lot of people always want to touch this, and we don't encourage you to touch quilts. So it's, a lot of people have to fight their little instincts, but look at this dimension that she puts on here. Isn't that beautiful? This is Homecoming by Pam Swearingen. From Sunset Beach, North Carolina. I'll show you her name so then that way. Oh, look at that. It's like a little, it's like a, I have yet to take a closer look at this one, but she has it kind of like little burnt edges, like an old map. Isn't that beautiful? And then these lovely figures in the center here. And a map of France. That's so cool. Good job. That's so fun, Pam. And then, I don't know, she's got this, if you could see, they're kind of feathery looking. And then just making it more dimensional with these petals on the outside of the poppy. Let's come over here to Petal Pusher. This is by Ann Peterson from Aurora, Colorado. This one is so fun and so beautiful. Look at all these quilting elements in here that she adds. I just love it. And then she's got some metallic thread in there. I don't know if you could see the shimmering of the red against the red fabric. Isn't that fun? Really beautiful. We're going to come down here to Poppies Are a Work of Art by Susan Miller Jones out of Potomac Falls, Virginia. And let's just take a look at her quilting in here as well. The choice of quilting, the little beads she uses for the tops of her, the poppy seeds in the center. Little dimension by adding the purple, some shading. Got leaves down here that she's quilted in. It's beautiful. I love that. Look at it from far away, or just from stepping back. And then coming in and looking at these details. This almost looks like a fire flame. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Poppies in the Field by Susan Swatsky, I hope I said that right, from Nordland, Washington. We've got some applique in here. Oh, look at that. They almost look furry, don't they? The way she quilted that and did her stitching. Isn't that beautiful? Poppies in the Field. And then I love that her border is just kind of a little bit of sampling of all the different fabrics that were in the challenge. That's lovely. And lastly, we'll look at Linda Tyler from Katy, Texas, titled Remembrance. And I think I might have used this one in that video too, in that little promotional. Let's look at her quilting here. Oh my gosh, I'm just realizing these are veterans. They're not grass. They're little silhouettes of people, of soldiers. Do you see that? The helmet, the head, and the shoulders. How clever, Linda. That's so creative. What a lovely tribute. And then she's got some of the fabric she's frayed here. All right, well, there's 8 more. Next week is our last video. I will try very hard to do a quick walkthrough and try to feature as many as I can and not make it too long. We will still have the Quilts of Valor then too, so I might just do a quick little walkthrough of those, but then, you know, we have all of these. Look at that, that just keeps going down. Woofda, right? You think, when's it gonna end? And it just keeps going. And then I have the same thing on this other wall too. All right, everyone, thanks for joining. I went a little long today. I hope you don't mind. I hope you stuck around. If you're watching this later, thank you so much. If you're watching it right now, good morning, and thank you for watching. I see my brother's here, and I think my mother-in-law was here, which is nice. Thank you so much. I love you for your support. And okay, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we look forward to seeing you here at the Iowa Quilt Museum. Don't miss this exhibit. Don't do it. Don't miss it. Don't do it. It's the last time you're going to see these poppy quilts all together, and then they're gone. You've had 2 years. Now's the time to do it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week.